Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhines, and I'm excited to bring you another episode absolutely free. Now, let's get into this episode.
Wild Bill Hickok! Hiya, folks. Hold on to your hats, because here comes another rootin' tootin' Wild Bill Hickok adventure, starring Guy Madison as Wild Bill and Andy Devine as his pal Jingle. You'll hear the exciting story, Windmill on the River, right after this message.
Wild Bill Hickok and Jingles ranged far and wide over the Old West doing the work of the law. Once the famous United States Marshal and his big deputy were sent to the Rio Grande, where it marks the border of Mexico, little suspecting that they would find something sinister in the Windmill on the River.
It don't seem to me like we're in much of a hurry, Bill.
We're not. I don't want to get to the river before dark.
Well, it's going to be dark in just a few minutes. I can't see the hills over in Mexico anymore.
No moon tonight, lots of clouds. Good night for smugglers.
Oh, doggone it, you almost sound happy about it.
I am. I'd like to get this gang rounded up and head back for home.
So would I, but prowling around the Rio Grande on a night that'll be as dark as a stack of black cats and with a bunch of hard-case smugglers just itching to shoot my ears off ain't nothing to be happy about.
Cheer up, Jingles. At least we know where they cross the river, and we know that tonight's a night. We ought to catch them with the goods this time.
It seems kind of funny they'd walk right into our hands.
Well, I don't know we're going to be waiting for them down by the old windmill.
Yeah, that's another thing that's funny. With hundreds of miles of river, why do they always come across at that old windmill?
I don't know, Jingles, but our agents in Mexico say the smugglers always cross at the same place, and they say they're planning to try it again tonight.
All right. I guess you know what you're doing, Bill, but I still don't like it. Come on, take it easy, Joker. Getting so dark, I can't see where you're walking.
There's a windmill right up ahead of us, Jingles. You can see it there against the sky.
Oh, yeah. Tain't going any. Must not be any wind.
Head over there in those willow trees. We'll put the horses out of sight. Get over there, Buckshot.
Now, get her on, Joker. Go on. You'll have a nice long rest. How do the smugglers get across the river, Bill?
Just ride their horses across. The river's wide here, but it's only a couple of feet deep. Whoa, Buckshot.
Oh, Joker.
Better bring your poncho, Jingles. It's going to be pretty cold sitting still.
Yeah, that's a chilly breeze blowing off that river.
What do you say we pick a spot where we'll be out of sight? Where we can watch the river at the same time.
Well, what's wrong with sitting right under the windmill?
It looks all right to me. There's some low bushes to hide behind.
Yeah, and it'll still give me something to lean against while we're sitting and waiting.
Now, I don't want you to be too comfortable, Jingles. I want you to stay awake.
Now, don't you worry about me, Bill. I don't care how long we have to wait for those smugglers. I'll stay just as wide awake as a little old hooty owl. Yes, sir, Bob.
Wide awake as a hooty owl. He looks more like a grizzly bear snoozing through the winter. Guess I better wake him up. Hey, Jingles, wake up.
Which way did they go?
They went that way.
Well, I'll get them, I'll blast them, and... Oh, now, Bill, you're hoorah on me.
Yeah, but wake up and be quiet. They'll hear you over the river in Mexico.
Yeah, guess I must have dropped off for just a minute or two.
Yeah, you've been asleep for 3 hours. It's almost midnight.
Well, I'll be doggone.
I'd have let you sleep, partner, but I saw a match flare across the rivers a few minutes ago. Looks like we might get some action.
Well, I'm ready, but I'm kind of cold. That wind's still blowing, isn't it?
It's been blowing pretty hard sometimes. Hey, wait a minute.
What's up, Bill?
Quiet.
What is it?
I thought I heard voices over there. Now listen.
Somebody's over there talking and laughing.
Quiet.
There's a match.
Yeah, and another one. Signal, maybe. Now be quiet.
Jumping catfish. What's that? Shh.
There's a windmill starting up.
Like that scared me out of a year's growth.
Nothing's happening, Pedro. Head back up the trail.
Not all night.
Bill, they ain't coming across.
Yeah, something scared them away, Jingles. Let's see if we can get a look at them.
You won't see anything that's blacker than a prairie dog's hole.
You're right about that. Well, looks like we missed him this time.
Now we'll have to start all over again.
Down, Jingles.
Oh, there he is.
Let him have it.
Today's Wild Bill Hickok story continues in just 1 minute. Wild Bill and Jingles not only missed the smugglers when for some reason the outlaws refused to cross the Rio Grande River, but suddenly from the American side of the river, shots rang out in the darkness.
Hold it, Jingles, hold it. No sense in just shooting wild.
But, Bill, I can't see a darn thing in the dark.
Then hold your fire. If he takes another shot at us, shoot back at the flash.
Well, I'm not sure I want to wait for him to shoot at me again. Came too close the first time.
Hey, there goes a horse.
He's getting away.
No use, Jingles. It's too dark.
Yeah, he's gone. Doggone it, nothing's going right tonight.
Come on, let's get our horses.
Oh, but, Bill, what about the smugglers?
They were scared back into Mexico. We can't touch them over there.
Oh, yeah.
This night crawler that was shooting at us, though, is on our side of the river.
That's right. Let's run him down. Hello, Joker. You been waiting a long time?
Steady, Buckshot. Steady, boy.
Now, take it easy, Joker. Let me get a seat in the saddle before you jump.
All set, Jingles?
Yep.
Hop, Buckshot. Let's go, boy.
Jump, Joker. You heard what Bill said. Ha, 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 ha! Well, we're taking it pretty easy, Bill, trying to catch somebody.
Whoever we're chasing isn't far ahead, Jingles. I can hear his horse every time we stop.
Well, let's prod up our horses and get him.
Well, I've been sort of waiting for daylight. I want to see who it is and where he's going.
Well, it's daylight now. You know where he's going. He's been following right along the river.
Yeah, and that makes me think he might try to cross over pretty soon. Probably knows where there's another shallow place.
Well, let's get him before he does.
All right, Jingles, have it your way. Up, Buckshot.
That's better. Go, Joker. Get over that hill. I want to see who we're chasing. Well, here we are. Now we'll have a look.
Oh, Buckshot.
Oh, Joker, easy. There he goes, Bill.
Yeah, you're half right, Jingles.
How can I be half right? There he is.
There she is.
Huh?
We've been chasing a girl, Jingles.
Well, I'll be doggone. I can see her long black hair.
And a big red hair ribbon.
Yeah, she's heading right for the river now.
That's right. She'll be across and into that little Mexican town before we can catch her.
Doggone it, and our badges ain't no good in Mexico.
What do you say we go over anyhow and visit with her neighbors?
Oh, now,
huh?
nothing doing. I know those border towns. We'd probably get our throats cut.
Oh, come on, Jingles. El Toro's a nice little town, and you can get some breakfast over there.
No, sir, I'm not going to. Breakfast? Well, come to think of it, it has been a long time since I tasted any food. Let's go. Gambling halls sure open up early around here, Bill.
They never close, Jingles. That's why we came here. It's the only place in town where we can get breakfast at this hour.
Yeah, even the music is different over here.
Sure, but it's pretty music. Hey, here comes our waitress.
Buenos días, amigos. You would like something to eat, no?
Well, I'd like something to eat, yes. Ham and eggs and biscuits and coffee and, just lots of everything.
I'll have the same, ma'am, only not so much of it.
Sí, señores americanos. Un momento, por favor, eh?
She won't be back in any uno momento. I like my ham well done. She sure is pretty, ain't she, Bill?
Sure is. Black hair, red ribbon, and that dress is dusty from riding all night.
What do you mean? How do you know she's been riding?
Those cactus thorns that are still caught in her dress only grow on the north side of the river.
Oh, I get it. She's the girl we were following last night.
She must be. Looks the same, and she's been over the border not long ago.
Well, now, let's get out of here, Bill. If she's here, then the rest of them smuggling, and that whole gang will be here, too, and they might think we're snooping around trying to find out something.
We are, Jingles. Now, you just sit still.
We are? But, Bill, I just come over here to get breakfast.
You'll get your breakfast, and maybe we'll get some information, too.
Oh, maybe we'll get ourselves killed, and If we do, we won't even be able to arrest the varmints that kill us because our badges ain't any good on this side of the border.
You're exactly right, partner.
Oh, I wish I'd have stayed in the good old USA.
Pedro, está muy malo.
¿Por qué?
All right. Speak English, you two.
Oh, Conchita said that we're in big trouble, Ace.
Why?
The two señoras in the dining room. They're the famous Wild Bill Hickok and his deputy Jingles.
Gee, Wild Bill Hickok.
Sí, and Jingles.
So what? They're out of their territory. Ain't a thing they can do to us on this side of the border.
They can find out how shipments of jewelry and watches are crossing into their country.
Sí, and they can find out who is doing this smuggling.
They won't find out if nobody tells them. And nobody better tell them.
Oh, no, Ace. But I am almost sure they are the ones that were waiting at the old windmill last night. They must know something.
Sí. Maybe they have followed you here, Conchita, huh?
Wait a minute. If they're the ones who are trying to stop our little business, all we have to do is to get them out of the way, and we'll be safe for a long time.
If they are the ones who shot at me last night, I would like to kill them myself.
Now, hold on to that tamale temper of yours. We'll do this my way.
How is that?
Go ahead and feed them some breakfast, Conchita. Then we'll just keep an eye on these two star packers and make sure they don't get back across the border alive.
Well, what do you think now, Jingles? El Toro isn't a bad little town after all, is it?
Maybe not, but I'd be happier about it if it's on our side of the river.
I don't think there's too much to worry about in broad daylight.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I'm going to go right on worrying. Well, here's the horses, Bill. Can't we mount up and ride back to our own country?
I guess so. I was kind of hoping to get in touch with some of our undercover agents who have been sending us information about these smugglers.
Well, if they're undercover, they ain't going to be talking to you and me. We stand out like a longhorn bull in a herd of jackrabbits.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, we better get back across the river. Steady, Buckshot. Steady, boy.
Oh, hold still, Joker.
Señores, un momento. Pesetas por el viejo.
Hold it, Jingles.
Oh, who's this, Bill?
Looks like a baker. There you are, a whole $1, American.
Gracias, señor.
Oh, that sure made him happy, didn't it?
Bill, get back across the river as fast as you can and watch out. They plan to kill you.
Billy talks American.
That's right. Where's this killing going to take place?
I do not know.
All right, we'll keep our eyes peeled for trouble.
Go now. I cannot be seen talking to you.
What about the smuggling?
Again tonight at the windmill. Muchas gracias, señores. Muchas gracias.
Come on, Jingles, let's ride. Up, Buckshot!
Get around, Joker. Doggone it, Bill. Now look what we've got ourselves into.
Let's try and get out. Head for the river and look out for trouble from any direction, any time.
Well, here's the river, Bill, and we're still alive.
Yeah, easy, Buckshot.
Slow, Joker. Ooh.
Wade right in there, boy.
Get your feet wet, Joker. Well, I was never so glad to see muddy water in my life. I'll sure be happy when we get to the other side. Bill, they're shooting at us.
They're in those trees behind us.
There's a whole flock of them. No, we're not going to make it, Bill. They got us trapped like sitting ducks.
Into the river, Jingles, and try to stay underwater.
Today's Wild Bill Hickok story continues in just 1 minute. Caught in an ambush as they tried to cross the border, Wild Bill Hickok and Jingles dive into the muddy waters of the Rio Grande River, and a hail of bullets comes from the trees along the shore.
Bill, I can't stay under anymore.
Dive under again and swim for those weeds. Stay out of sight.
All right.
Jingles, you all right?
Yeah, I'm back here in these tall weeds.
Good. They stopped shooting, but stay down.
Maybe they think they've got us.
Oh, I sure hope so.
What do we do now?
Wait till we're sure they're gone, then get our horses and try out our guns.
How about the horses?
They got across all right.
That's good.
It sure is. We've got a long ride to get to that old windmill, and we've got to get there first. There's the windmill, Jingles. We're going to have time to look around before dark.
Well, I'm not going to do much looking around. I'm getting to the place where I need some sleep. Oh, Joker.
Ooh, easy, Buckshot. Easy, boy.
Oh, I'm so stiff and sore and tired I can hardly move, and I can't remember when I had any sleep last.
Now, I can remember you slept for 3 hours last night, leaning against that squeaky old windmill.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember it squeaking so much then.
Neither do I. As a matter of fact, I don't think it was even running.
It was so. Now, remember how it scared me just as those smugglers were getting ready to cross the river?
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute, partner.
Now, what's the matter?
The wind isn't blowing.
Yeah, so the wind ain't blowing. What am I supposed to do about it? Start huffing and puffing and make a big breeze?
But the windmill's running. And last night, with plenty of wind, it didn't start running till those coyotes were ready to cross the river.
Now, that's the silliest thing I ever heard of. How can a windmill run with no wind? And why shouldn't it run when the wind is blowing?
I don't know, but let's find out. Well, there we are. Look at that, Jingle.
Look at what? I've seen windmills before.
Not like this one. Now watch.
Well, what do you know? It stopped.
That's right. You can start it or stop at any time, whether there's a wind or not.
Well, how does it work?
You see that shaft?
Uh-huh.
Well, it runs out there in those tall weeds in the river. There's probably a water wheel out there that turns a windmill.
But why build a windmill if you got a water wheel in the river to turn it?
It's a signal, Jingle. That's why it squeaks so much.
Well, I'll be doggone. Those smugglers could hear it clear across the river.
That's right. That girl either heard us or saw our horses last night, and she started the windmill to warn the smugglers not to cross.
Well, we can sure fix that scheme up if they try it again tonight.
And we sure can. You get some bacon grease out of your saddlebag.
Bacon grease? You gonna fry something?
Not right now.
Oh.
We're going to take all the squeak out of that windmill, then we'll get out of sight and wait for midnight and our friends from over the river.
Is the girl still down by the windmill, Bill?
Yeah, be quiet.
Well, why don't we grab her now and tie her up before they get here?
Because she might have some other signal to give that the coast is clear.
She doesn't know we're here tonight. I hid the horses way back in the trees.
Good. Hold it, Jingles.
What's up?
I saw the first match across the river.
Yeah, there's another one.
Now let's see what she does.
There. Look. She lit a match, too.
I thought so. If she's not afraid of being seen, she gives the signal. But if somebody's around, she starts a windmill. All right, let's go and be quiet.
Quiet.
Wait a minute.
Now what?
She's coming this way. Stand still. Now! Tie her up and put a gag in her mouth, Jingles.
Oh, what a wildcat.
Hurry it up, Jingles. They started to cross the river already.
That'll hold her. Wow, she's mad.
All right, let's get down to the river.
They don't suspect a thing. Listen to them splash and talking.
That Wild Bill Hickok and the big deputy must be at the bottom of the river. Conchita gave us the old clear signal.
Yeah, I guess we got him all right this morning.
Yes. You know, this is the biggest trip we have made yet. We got a fortune in these saddlebags. Huh?
Yeah, we'll grab our dough and scoot back to El Toro.
All right, reach.
Hey!
Hey, who is that?
Get those hands up and keep them up. Light that torch, Jingles.
Coming up. Bill said to reach, not to start shooting. Here's a light, Bill.
Thanks, Jingles. Now climb down off of those horses, gents, and let Jingles tie your hands behind you. Your smuggling days are all over.
Hey, we didn't get them.
Nah, we missed them when we had the chance.
You're darn right you missed us.
Now, what about Conchita, huh?
We've got that little wildcat, too, and you're all going to prison for a long time.
Yeah, and you know they've got the funniest thing up at that prison.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, it's a windmill that runs when the wind blows and stops running when the wind quits. Now, ain't that funny?
We will continue in just 1 minute. You've just heard another exciting story of Wild Bill Hickok, starring Guy Madison and Andy Devine in person. Today's cast included Lillian Bayef, Harry Bartell, and Tony Barrett. Our story was written and directed by Paul Pierce. This is a David Heyer production transcribed in Hollywood. Now, this is Charlie Lyon speaking and reminding you to tune this station again when we present another of the adventures of
Wild Bill Hickok!
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by going to OTRWesterns.com/YouTube. And send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. You can call and leave us a voicemail, 707-986-8739. This episode is copyright under the Attribution Non-Commercial Share Alike Copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.